In 1820, a boy was born in a small village in England. His name was Thomas. He was the youngest of 7 children. His parents were poor. They were farmers. Life was hard. But Thomas was healthy. He was strong. He grew up. He became a man. He married. He had children. He lived a normal life. But something was different about Thomas. He did not age. When he was 40, he looked 30. When he was 60, he looked 40. When he was 80, he looked 50. His wife grew old. She died. His children grew old. They died. His grandchildren grew old. They died. But Thomas did not age. He moved to a new village. He started a new life. He married again. He had more children. He watched them grow old. He watched them die. He moved again, and again, and again. He changed his name. He changed his identity. He changed his life. But he could not change one thing. He could not die. In 1920, Thomas was 100 years old. He looked 50. He was tired. He was lonely. He had outlived everyone he had ever loved. He had no one. He was alone. He decided to find answers. He traveled to London. He visited doctors. He visited scientists. He visited priests. No one could explain his condition. No one could help him. He spent decades searching. He read every book. He studied every science. He traveled to every country. He found nothing. In 1980, Thomas was 160 years old. He looked 60. He had given up hope. He had accepted his fate. He was immortal. He wrote a journal. He wrote down everything, his life, his memories, his pain, his loneliness. He filled thousands of pages. In 2020, Thomas died. He was 200 years old. He died peacefully in his sleep. He had finally found peace. But before he died, he wrote one final entry in his journal. It read, "I have lived for 200 years. I have seen everything. I have loved. I have lost. I have hoped. I have given up. I have felt everything a human can feel. And now, I am ready to go." He left his journal to a museum. It became famous. People from all over the world came to read it. They were fascinated by his story. But the question remained. Who was Thomas? And why could he not die? The doctors who examined his body found nothing unusual. He was perfectly normal. Except one thing. His cells did not age. They regenerated. They renewed themselves. He had discovered the secret to immortality. But he could not share it. He could not explain it. Now, let me ask you something. Would you want to live forever? Would you want to watch everyone you love grow old and die? Would you want to be alone for eternity? The man in our story lived for 200 years. He saw everything. He experienced everything. But he was alone. He was lonely. And he could not die. I have thought about this story for a long time. And I have come to 3 possible conclusions. First conclusion. Thomas was a biological anomaly. A rare genetic condition that stopped his aging process. It is possible. Science has discovered similar cases in nature. Some animals do not age. Second conclusion. Thomas was a myth. His story was an invention. A cautionary tale about the dangers of immortality. A warning to those who wish to live forever. Third conclusion. Thomas was real. He was a man who discovered something. Something about life. Something about death. Something about the human condition. I do not know which conclusion is correct. Perhaps all of them are. Perhaps the truth is different for each person. But here is what I do know. Somewhere, out there, maybe in England, maybe in a small village, there is a man who lived for 200 years. And he died with a smile on his face. That is the story of the man who could not die. A story about immortality, loneliness, and the search for peace. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel. I make animated documentaries about strange stories, dark history, and the mysteries of the human mind. Thank you for watching. And remember, Life is not about how long you live. It is about how well you live. See you in the next video.